Hey everyone, so as most of us know, there was a hate crime and terrorist attack that happened in Orlando this past weekend. And for this video, I just wanted to take some time to discuss my viewpoints and what I believe should happen next. So on Saturday afternoon, I went with a friend to Indianapolis to go see a concert. And we got there early, so we explored the city for a little bit. And we didn't know this, but the Indiana Pride was going on that day. And so we went to that for a little bit, and we got to see all the support by all the businesses, all the people that's coming out, and all the concerts. And it was really great to see a city that's full of life and just showing so much support for the LGBT community. So then, when I woke up the next day, I was actually woken up by the news of the attack that happened in Orlando. I was sitting in my bed, and my mom was in the next room watching the news, and all I could hear was 50 dead in Orlando at a gay nightclub. And I immediately took my phone and Googled Orlando night shooting, and I just saw all the feeds, what was going on, and I went on through Facebook and saw what everyone was posting, and it was hard to digest at first. It was very just shocking, especially from going from Pride 8 hours ago to a hate crime against the LGBT community. First thing I noticed is that they were immediately calling it a terrorist attack before they were calling it a hate crime, which I thought wasn't right. I think when you attack a place for members of the LGBT community, then that is immediate hate crime. Now, I understand now that it was a terrorist attack, but also a hate crime as well. Honestly, I think the reason it was called a terrorist attack before it was called a hate crime was based on the ethnicity of the shooter. And I don't agree with declaring him a terrorist without even knowing if it was a terrorist attack. I mean, he's a horrible person, but we can't declare him a terrorist based off his ethnicity. This has caused a lot of harm to the Muslim community because now we have a man who is running for president who believes that we should ban Muslims from the country. First of all, I don't understand anyone who supports Trump in any way. He is a terrible person. I have expressed that many, many times. And the fact that he wants to ban people because he's afraid, and that he might get the power to do that is absolutely terrifying. If that happens, well then white males between the ages of 18 to 24, they should be banned from schools, they should be banned from movie theaters, because guess what? Those are the ones who are shooting up at those places. But you know what? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. White people aren't seen as a whole, they are seen individually, unlike every other minority is in this world. So just the fact that people actually support Donald Trump in this decision to ban all these hundreds of thousands, millions of people is beyond me. I don't even know what to say about that. Now, I've had a pretty strong opinion towards gun control, and this event definitely made my views on that stronger. Now, I am for the Second Amendment. I believe that people should be able to own a weapon, and they should be able to bear arms. However, I do not believe that all weapons should be made legal. And that is where the change needs to start. Now, shootings are going to happen. People will get killed by the hands of guns. Legal guns, illegal guns, no matter what. However, what needs to happen is we need to be able to control the number of people who are murdered. The Sandy Hook shooting and Orlando shooting have some similarities, and that is that both of those were being done by legally owned weapons. And I think that is just disgusting. The fact that in this nation, you can buy a weapon that will wipe out 27 children or 50 clubgoers. That's unacceptable. No one in this country should have that power. The only people who should have that power are the police force and the military, because they are the only ones who should be using those kinds of weapons. People think that we're going to take away their handguns and their rifles and their hunting guns. That's not what's going to happen. That can never happen. That's impossible. But what needs to happen is that there needs to be a restriction on the guns you are able to own. Every right that we have, there are restrictions. We have the freedom of speech. We have restrictions on our freedom of speech. You cannot go into a crowded theater and yell fire when it's not really happening. But yet, we have no restrictions on guns. That doesn't make any sense. When that amendment was created, it took minutes to load a gun that could only shoot off 1, 2, maybe 3 bullets at a time. And then you have to reload. 5 minutes later, you're good to go again. This day and age, you can wipe out an entire city if you felt like it. And I think that is just awful. I use a saying now when I describe guns and gun control, which is you shouldn't be able to buy a gun where you buy your groceries. So places like Walmart, where one section you have all your groceries, the next section you have guns. That makes no sense. It needs to be more difficult to purchase a gun. There needs to be just certain stores, gun stores. That is what we need. We need just gun stores. You should be able to sell them in these large supermarkets where anyone can buy them. If someone truly wants a gun, then they need to take the extra time, drive the extra few miles to go get one. If they truly need one. Guns are made to cause harm. They are a weapon. That is what their purpose is for. You know, there are people who say that, oh, well, we should ban knives because those kill people too. Well, guess what? Anything can kill people. Anything can. But guns are made to harm. They are weapons. They are made to shoot and kill. That is what their purpose is. You know, knives, like a kitchen knife, that is made for food. That is made for other things. Then they can be used to do harm, but that is not their intent. And that is where the line is drawn. How many more children, young men and women, and members of the LGBT community have to die before people realize that our country is extremely flawed in the way we handle our guns? I really hate the saying that gun owners use that guns don't kill people, people kill people. I hate it. You know why? Because, yes, of course, people are the ones behind the guns. However, the guns are the ones that are doing the mass of the killing. One person with a rifle can't shoot off 100 people. That can't happen. But someone with a machine gun obviously can, because it's happened several times in this country, especially in the past 5 years. There needs to be a change in the country, and I really hope that it happens within the next few years. I hope that happens in my lifetime, because I don't want to bring children in a world that is full of fear and full of hate and full of weapons that people who are full of hate can eliminate the people that they do hate. I hope whoever is elected will take care of this problem, but doesn't isolate a group of people and ban them from a country. I'm talking to Donald Trump. Yeah. I hope whoever runs this country next realizes that there is a lot that needs to be done. It needs to be done fast, or else this is just the beginning of it. And it's going to happen over and over again. And with the attacks that happen in Paris and all over the world, and they're happening by a group of terrorists, there's going to be more soon. And soon it's not going to be shootings, it's going to be bombs, it's going to be nuclear weapons. It's going to be catastrophic, and thousands of people are going to die. So when are we willing to listen to what other people have to say and think of other people's safety before we think of our guns that we think are just so precious? Why is a gun more precious than a human life? Why? I don't get it. So the last thing I want to say is to the family and friends of people who were harmed in the Orlando shootings, I am so sorry for your loss. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and I hope you find the strength to get through this difficult time. I really hope that their death won't be insignificant. I hope that people who have the power to make change will, based on these individuals who lost their lives. So thank you for listening to me speak. I hope everyone has learned something from this event, and I hope that change will come soon and that we realize that action needs to be taking place now. If you have anything to add or would like to let me know, just comment or message me on Tumblr. I would really appreciate it. Thank you.